Afternoon, everybody. Hope you've had a lovely weekend. And of course, it was a bit of a longer one, so Monday as well. But yeah, all back to it now and ready to go. I'm working from home today on a few different bits and pieces, and everybody else is at work, busying away. So hello if you're watching. If so, why are you not working? No, just kidding. So yeah, what are we going to be doing today? Number 341. Gosh, it never ceases to amaze me, you know, just how many tiles we've done. And I'm just thinking, I don't know, what if we was to like print on fabric every single tile we'd ever done? That'd make quite a good one, wouldn't it? Really nice design. All quite eclectic and different. But yeah, 341. Okay, what have I got then? I've got a regular cream tile, although I've inked it. And I've put a bit of a stripe down the middle, and I've got a little bit. See, I've added a bit of design around the edge. That's just with a little bit of my stencil. Doesn't need it. And the only reason it's yellow is because that was on it, because I hadn't cleaned it. And what do I have then? Being that I've used pink and purple primarily, I've got my pink and purple fine liner pens, my regular fine liner pen, pencil, and tortillon, and we're all ready to go. So of course you can use whatever colour tile you like. You can ink it or not, doesn't matter. What I would suggest for this one is you do have a different colour pen, because I think if it's all done in black, this might look a little bit heavy, but hey, it's entirely up to you. Just giving you some advice. So maybe even if you used a grey when I sort of come in with my colours, that'd be nice too. But whatever you want to do. So here we go then. I'm going to start with, straight in with pen. Okay, my black fine liner, as always. And you see where I put this sort of stripe? I'm going to work down that kind of area, or do I want to put a border in first? No, I'm going to do my bubbles first, then I'll put a border in. Okay, so let's start with, sort of up the top here, I'm going to put a bubble in, not too small. And then I'm going to come on round and create like a little bobble in the middle. Let's go a bit bigger so you can see that. Okay, there we are. So not particularly trying to think about a line. It's just, or having them all in exactly the same place or same distance apart. We're going to move them down. There we go. And there's it. I'm going to go that way as well. I don't want them all completely the same. Didn't realise what time it was actually. I've been busy beavering away. And yeah, it's time for a cup of tea and something after this. Okay, let's have a little look at that. See, so I've got this sort of random series of these little kind of smileys going on. Okay, so let's bring in my pencil and a little tile, and I'm going to just put myself a border in. Not too wide, and again, I'm going to do it in pencil because I might not need the whole of it when I've finished. So you see already that bubble's sticking out there, so that's okay. I can come on in. There you go, see, and I can ignore that there. Let's do the same on this side. And just line it up a little bit. See, so it's not quite, it's not a real wide border there. It just gives me a bit of, oh, doesn't want to stay in place today. There you go. Again, might use it, might not. See how it goes. Okay. There we go. Bit of a border going on. So sticking with my pen, and let's have a look at this. I'm going to do, now you can do it either way if you want to. I'm going to go round this way and create sort of almost like a backwards letter S. You see? And then I'm going to come again, the same place, but I'm going to make it a bit wider and then come back to the point. You see? So let's go a bit bigger now, and I'll show you that again. So around we go. Join it to the next bubble, and then I'm going to go around again, but come a bit wider, and then again join it to the bubble. The same again, so join it round. Oh, it's going that way this time. And wider. See, it doesn't matter. And that way. And I see here, because I've gone wide there and I've gone a different way, that's okay. I can still go wide. See? It doesn't matter which way you go, whether you mix it up whether you do the same, whatever works for you. It's creating a little bit of a pattern, but it's not got to be the same. Okay. And again. See, so this time I'm going to go that way. Again, I can come out and round. So I've got this sort of random kind of wobbly shape going on around the middle there. At this point, I'm just going to switch up and I'm going to go to my purple, which is my darker of my two pens. And what I want to do, let's have a look. Doesn't matter where we start. Might as well start in the middle, being it's sort of here. I'm going to come around. I'm going to put a little bobble on, and I'm going to fill in the bobble. And then let's do a second one coming off of there. And I'm going to find some little places. I'm not going to go too wide with these. Just filling in. See here, I've got a decision to make. Do I go over the border or under the border? I'm going to go under. So let's have a look here and come round. Another one. You see? And then put one here. So each time I'm doing one facing one way, one facing the other. So again, let's do one there. Coming off here. There we go. Okay. So it's nice with that different colour in there, isn't it? But again, you can do that in black if you want. You don't have to copy in that sense. It's when I bring the pink in, I think it would be better if you did something slightly different. But again, entirely up to you. Okay, so I'm taking each point, even this one here. Look, I can still bring in. It's like going underneath these little flourishy kind of shapes. And then around. One facing one way, one facing the other. I'm not going too far out there. Bring you one in here. Oh, Chris, that sounds fantastic. Hope you're having a good time. Oh, have a piece of pizza for me. I can't eat it, but I do love it. I do miss pizza. And I've got to say, it can have pineapple on. I know Leslie will not agree because she thinks it's awful. But I do like pineapple on a pizza. Mushrooms as well. Oh, goodness me. I am feeling a bit hungry now. Okay. So there we go. Got our lovely little shapes. Just having that little bit of colour there makes a difference, doesn't it? So I'm back with my black pen. Okay, Fuss Benji, being that he's come to say hello. I'm going to create an aura quite close around the shapes that I've got there. So I'm not going to try and make anything really sharp edges. I'm just going to round things off as I get to it. And just follow that shape round. See how it just sort of flows. When you get to the point you've got to stop, that's fine, stop. Oh, Sue, I'm with you there. Absolutely. Ham, pineapple, yeah, mushrooms will just tip me over the edge. I must admit though, gluten-free is not the same. Although I did have one made for me when I stopped at the hotel when we did the NEC the other week. Now here, so border or not, I'm going to stick with the border. And absolutely, that was probably the best pizza. It was fantastic. The chef did come and have a chat with me, so that was good. So yeah, as I was saying, so before we got onto food, when you get to the point that your hand feels like it's sort of wanting to stop, or it feels a bit stressed, stop. And then come back on it a little bit, see, and pick it up again. And remember, if you get any little sort of marks, you know, where you sort of stop and start and you think, oh, it looks a bit messy, put some dots on it. That'll neaten it up a bit and gives it a bit of interest. It hides the fact that you've got that dot, see? There we go. Alright, so there we go. That's just a lovely border on its own, isn't it? That could go quite nice around things. but it's not going to stay as that. Let's move on a bit. I'm sticking with my pen, and now I'm going to sort of have this as the horizontal, and then I'm going to create like a letter S, but I'm going to find it maybe there. So a letter S, not too sort of wide. There we go. So not too S-y, but sort of more that kind of shape. Okay. Kathy, yeah, no barbecue sauce. Gives me heartburn. I do like it though, but not on a pizza. You see? And I'm going to do the same again. Now you see, I'm reminding myself, I'm finding it easier to start there. Give myself some little lines. Okay. So let's go back to that point, and I'm going to come in, create sort of a finer shape there. Same on there. And the same on there. Okay, looks a bit weird, but that's alright, it's not done yet. So whilst I'm on that particular shape, I'm going to turn it round. I'm not going to do it at the same point, it's not a mirror. I'm going to sort of come a bit further down. So remember that sort of S. Kathy, oh, do you know what? I'd love to, but oh, it's in my sketchbook, and my sketchbook's downstairs. But I am going to do the tile. I'm going to go under the border there. No, I'm not going to be brave. I'm going to go over. I'm not going on air till Friday, so if I did the tile Thursday, I can show you on Thursday. Is that okay? Unless I can I'll find a sneaky picture before then. There's a few new things actually coming out. Let's see. Okay, so we've got that kind of thing. Just going to switch to my purple pen again. Again, stick to black if you prefer. And I'm going to create just a series of little lines. Oh, let's go a bit bigger there. There you go. Just little lines all along that shape. And all along there. See how you don't have to start in the middle if you don't want to. It's just habit, I guess. And then into this one. Just sort of following it round. Same with this one. Okay, it's just giving it a little bit of detail in there. Along there. And then along this one. Okay. So turn it round. I'm going to do the same on this. Again, keeping them quite close. As I say, if you want to use your black pen, you can do. Just that little bit of detail in there. Just changes it up a bit. Okay. And along we go. And along this one. Okay. All the way along. Then next one. So again, just sort of as you're doing this, don't try and rush it. Don't try and think, oh, I've got to panic with this and keep up. It's not a problem. It's just lines, okay? Even if they're a bit wobbly. Okay, so we've got that. So back to my black pen. And still focusing on these little shapes here. I'm going to come from the top again. I'm just going to put a little bobble on the end there. Just because I can. Matches those, see? And then I'm going to come down this way and round. See, it's a little bit wider this time. And then again, let's put a little bobble on the end. And then let's come wider. So you're still going to the same point at the bottom. And around and wider. You see, that's going to sort of go underneath there. Oh, I wonder if anybody has got a cure. Not for something sick, well, maybe it's something. My little boy Benji, was it last year? Was I think stung by a wasp. We had a bit of an issue. I don't know if you recall one day where we'd had some work done in the house and we found a wasp's nest and they came in. And since then, if anything buzzing comes into the house, Benji goes into a bit of a mild panic. And I can't seem to get him out of it. So we've started, of course, for the nice warm weather, getting a few flies. And of course, if they buzz, he's going a bit loopy, bless him. He's really frightened. It worries me. So if anybody's got any idea of how we can help him out a little bit, that'd be truly appreciated. Okay. So let's have a look now. In these little bits, I'm going to create some sort of wavy lines. And I'm going to put a bobble on the top there. Rescue remedy, thank you. Let's try that. I'm going to make a note of that. Hang on. Rescue remedy. He really is stressed about the whole thing. And I can understand it. There were a lot of wasps that day. And although my first instinct was to get them out of the house, we could have... I obviously missed one that caught him. There was a lot that day. It was frightened me to death, let alone him. Okay, so you can see quite a few of these little bobblies. Now here I'm going to have one going underneath the border. Okay. And then see that one there as well. So it's just sort of in and around that shape there. So not really too much around the edge, but in and around the shape. And again, I'm going to put some in here. Oh, Sam, thank you. Yeah, anything that helps. I mean, he's absolutely petrified. And he only has to sort of buzz around and that's it. He's out the door, packed his bags and he's gone. And he's a bit stressed. We don't want him to be, do you? Spray. Thank you, Sue. Sure he'll love me for that, but if it helps, I'm going to have one sort of coming along here, see underneath. Now yours is going to be a little bit different depending on where you've put these shapes and whether you want them to go in or out the border. There we go. All right. So I'm going to bring my purple back in. Go in a bit more. There we go. Oh, not there. Not that. So what I'm going to do is fill in the bobbles with a bit of colour. Now you can choose to not colour in if you don't want to, if you're using a black pen, or you can fill it in and you could leave a little highlight if you want to. I can come back in and put a little bit of a white pen on if I want to, but sticking with that. And in this one now, still with the colour, but of course using the fine liner aspect there. Going to put some little dots around. Just sort of taking your time. Oh, let's put one there. And add some little dots. You see, just sort of round we go. Just no big deal with this. You don't have to press on at all. Just sort of coming in. You could actually do a little bit of glitter if you wanted on these. Or you could use anything you like, really. There you go. Just turn around there. Same on this one. I'm thinking now as well, a glossy accents Charlotte in the middle of these will look fantastic when she's watching later. Sort of coming on in. And adding those little dots there. And just sort of, just enjoying putting the dots in. We like our dots. So. There we go. Alright, let's have a little look. So there we are at the moment. We've got that kind of thing. I think now is the time I'm going to come in with my black pen and I'm going to put my border in. Okay. So, see, I wondered where you'd found out about the Highland cow. Does it say anything about the first show? Or does it just tell you about that one? I'm going to have to go and have a look. Sneak peek myself, see what they've written. And you see there where I've got these sort of bobble bits, I've not drawn my border in there. I'm going to come in there like a stick stem that, because it's nice to sort of let them wander out freely. Although here, because there's none in the border, I'm going to... Oh, thank you, Alison. So they're giving away all my trade secrets. Yeah. Locket Lane. What is that? I am super excited about that. Anyway, not saying any more. Just a little bit of a border there. Let's have a look. And just a bit in there. Okay, so there we go. Border in. I think at this point, if I've got any bit of border left, I see there, because I've got an aura that's gone that far, I've got to join it. Okay. And little bits of bit there, and let's get rid of those there. Oh, again, you see, look, because I've gone underneath the border, I've got to have a bit of one there as well, haven't I? Okay. Okay, so, oh, so far so good. We've got that kind of shape going on. So let's have a look now at these little indents, these little ins and outs. And what I'm going to do is go a bit bigger. I'm going to come in and add just a little bit of a thicker area, you know, just in places. So, you know, just cornering that off a little bit, neatening it up. Where you've got a bit of a recess, I'm just going to fill it in. And then little bits there. And there. Again, just sort of putting a little bit of a filler in those edges there. And along we go there. Okay, so we've got that kind of a thing. Kathy, would I be avoiding? I don't want to spoil the surprise. It's like Christmas every time. I want to sort of, you know, not keep you guessing, but, you know, keep the excitement going. I will show you on Thursday, I will. But honestly, I am upstairs in the bedroom, and my sketch pad's downstairs, so I can't. Okay, so see, going around these shapes here, just doing a little bit of an aura again. See how I can join with the border there. See, then starting it here with this border ending. I'm not going to go all the way down there. Just going to round it off. See, sort of in and on, joining the border again. And then, of course, around this one. Sort of following it as, you know, not absolutely 100% trying to keep it exact, but just sort of go with it, see where it leads. There we go, see, around there. Oh, Lynn. It does look good. So if Leslie was on, well, I've not seen Leslie. She's at the office with all of them. All right, let's have a look at that. Okay, so I'm going to switch over to my pink pen now. This is where if you've got a grey or you want to do something a bit different, it might help. Because what I want to do is I'm going to continue with these auras, but I don't want them to sort of be too in the way, because it can get a little bit heavy, I think, with a lot of auras. We want the main feature to be those shapes down that middle sort of diagonal line. Now this time I'm going to follow it round the whole of the shape, you see? And then, oh, have I missed a section? Oh yeah, thank you, John. This one, is it this one here? I don't know, it's not that one. What have I missed? in there. Oh, do you know what? I'm not going to worry. Is it there? Yeah. Is it that one there? That's okay. There we are. So again now, let's find this next shape. I'm going to come on in and draw in aura there. Oh, that one there. See that one there? That one there. I've gone round those. This bit I'm not going to worry because it's out the border. Oh, do you know what? If I've missed it now, I've missed it. Yeah, I've got 2 out of there. Oh. It'll have to be there. You see, gonna work around my shapes. And along. And round. And along. And round. You see? Taking my time. Now, this little gap here. In we go. And there, I'm not going to pat that bit. And then in there. Okay, so let's just find a couple of little recesses in there, and I'm going to fill it with a little bit of ink. They don't have to be the same place, they have to be the same size. Just going to fill a few bits in. And in we go with a couple of little lines. Just wandering around the piece. Not too many, you don't need a load in there, just a few little bits. Just, if you can get them in. There we go. Let's have a little look. Okay. And then that's gonna aura around that shape. And again, don't worry about trying to keep it perfect. If it's a little bit fatter or thinner in places, that's fine. And along there. And I'm going to continue that. I'm not going to put any more of those little space fillers in now. I'm going to just come round with my pen and draw in the shape that I've got there. So when it gets a little bit too thin, don't worry about it. Just sort of flip past it. See, like that. I'm not going to go in there. It's going to get a little bit smaller. And again, nice thing, you can turn your tile. Don't think you've got to do this all in one. It's just nice to create these little lines. Last one in there. Lynn, come on, pay attention now. I don't know. Let's see. What time is it? 2:30. Let's see if I can show you how to shade this, and I can trust you all to be shading whilst I leave the room. Or shall I get Benji to take over? What do you think? We get Benji to take over for a little bit. He's sat here beside me. He won't go downstairs now because there might be a fly down there. And then you can guarantee as soon as I get up, he'll want to go down as well. Trip me up on the stairs. Are you sure you could live with that, Lynn? If I fell down the stairs, fetching my sketchbook. Oh, dear me, Dobby. Dobby's at the office working. Oh, do you know, you lot. Right, okay, so I've got my little auras in. You see why I said about doing them in a lighter colour? Because it could look quite heavy if you were to do them all the same. And this is the focus. So, okay, I'm going to come in with my regular pencil. I think first things first, let's have a look at these little S shapes we started with. And I'm going to come on in and add a bit of pencil on either side. Sort of not being too fussy. And working my way around it. Here we go. Okay. And then just at the bottom of this, but then I want to go all up the side there. Bottom. And then that side. See over the lines? Same here, look. And then side. And then all up there. On the side. All up there. On the side. Okay. And then I'm going to come on in. I'm not going to go in too heavy. Just add some of this pencil all around the edges there, over that pink, and same along here. Sort of adding a bit. Again, you could do this in colour if you want. You don't have to do it in pencil. And over the border a bit there. And along and following those shapes there. And back up again. And into this one. Okay, tiny bit there. Into that one. Okay, tortillon, and let's start with those little S's there. And just as we usually do, I'm going to sort of blend one side to the other, but I want to leave a little bit of a highlight in the middle. So I'm not trying to cover the whole thing, just little bits. Oh, just a bit of pencil there. There we go. And then just touching around those edges and blending that in. Oh, Jackie, hello. We've got 2 people away on a cruise. Goodness me, how exciting is this? Not only are we abroad now, we're on cruises. Fantastic. I think you should get everybody involved and hand a few tortillons out, and a few tiles. Have a bit of a tangling session, that'd be excellent. On the high seas. My mum goes on to cruises. She's just come back for one. And then Pauline Wheeler's on a cruise at the minute, isn't she? So, yeah. Alright, it's not looking too bad at all. I think a couple of little white highlights in places. Not far off done here. There we go. Sort of softening all of that out. Okay, bit of a white pencil there. Oh, Lynn, that would be great, shall we? Shall we all go together? Do you know, I couldn't think of anything better. That'd be so much fun, wouldn't it? Yeah. Could you all keep up with it? Could you all do it every day? I do tangle every day. I'm a little bit of an addict. Not that you aren't. I think we all love it, don't we? There you go. Didn't put any pencil on that top one there. Okay, I think just adding a little bit of a softening to that white. Okay, I think last thing I want to come in, see where you've got these sort of, I want this to stand out, and it would help if, let's go back in with the aura, the outer aura, just up to the point where it starts to move into that shape. So just there. And then I'm going to do that inside one again as well. Just sort of reinforcing the fact that this is the most important thing. See that one? Look, I can go all the way down with that one. And then there I can do this one. Just from there. And let's have a look. Same again here. Sort of following it along. And then this one. And then let's come in and do that line again. Don't worry if it's a little bit out, it doesn't matter. It's all part of it. There we go, see, all the way down. It's easier drawing it when you've got the line, I think. And coming back in with pencil, I'm going to just sort of add a little bit more to that edge and this edge. So again, it's all about increasing the shadow and making this a little bit more prominent. So coming in with pencil on both sides there. Pressing on a little bit there as well, I must admit. Just, oh, Jackie. Maybe next time, eh? Maybe next time. I hope you're having a good time though. All right. The same with this one. Okay, that's a bit better. So I think actually now, if you're all sort of busy shading away, I will go and fetch my sketchbook. Just because you asked nicely, Lynn. If I can get round the dog. Give me 1 second. Goodness me, it's good exercise running up and down the stairs, isn't it? It's my friend Debbie's on down there as well. So what do we have? Goodness me, we have, oh look, Locket Lane. I know, Ree, how rude, I don't mind. Now, yeah, Locket Lane's got a bit of a story to it. So rather than show you the pictures, you want to have just a listen at this. Here we are, look. Oh. Mysterious locket behind the name Locket Lane. So it's got a little bit of history there, a little bit of a story to it. And it's sort of, imagine the wishing well. So it's sort of got the wishing well in connection. And each house has got a number and all different kinds there. So I'm really excited about that one. But then the other two, let's have a look. Look, flicking through, flicking through. Where is it? Okay, let's have a look. Here we go. Oh, I don't know if I want to show you now. You made me run up and down the stairs. There he is. There's our Highland cow. And of course you couldn't have the Highlands without our lovely stag as well. So yeah, these are, yeah, really pleased with them. So that's your sneak peek. It was probably a bit more than a sneak peek. So if you've been watching today, you've caught on a little bit there. So yeah, really, really looking forward to demoing those. But okay, finishing off our tile then. I think honestly, oh Lynn, of course, don't you worry about it. There'll be one for you. We'll sort you out. Send me a message. That's always the best way. All right, so last thing to do is a bit of a signature. I'm not going to do anything else with that now, apart from put my little signature on. Or maybe, I don't know, we could come and add a bit of glitter onto these. But my main feature was this and doing a bit of shadowing. So, okay, I hope you've enjoyed it today, even though you've made me run up and down the stairs. Well, that's okay. I don't mind. And yeah, have fun with this one, everybody. Don't forget to post pictures. And of course, I will see you on Thursday at 2 o'clock for our next tile. Not Friday, Thursday. So until then, have a good one, everybody. Take care. See you soon. And yeah, see you soon. Bye.